Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very first installment of The Movie Couch. I am your host, Kari B. And today we are going to be diving into the series Heartstopper, which I am sure most of you have heard of. But we are specifically talking about the character, trigger warning, Ben Hope. If you can't tell, not a big fan. Really not a big fan. But for the sake of the video, I will try to the best of my ability to be as respectful as possible. Spoiler alert, do not expect much from me. I will try, but do not expect much. Anyways, please comment down below movie, series, or characters you'd like me to go into, review, all of that, and without further ado, let's begin. So, Ben, starting season 2, we see Ben actually apologizing to Charlie. I mean, he ambushed him into apologizing. First, he was going on his social media, Charlie, can we talk? And the entire time, everybody was just like, Charlie, just block him. But if you blocked him, there would be no plot, right? So anyway, Ben wouldn't leave Charlie alone on his social media, trying to get a hold of him. And Charlie kept ignoring, but Ben kept trying to go after him. Yeah, well, eventually, he ended up catching Charlie, finding Charlie at Elle's art exhibit at the college that she was gonna go to, and he says sorry. He talks about how he was going through a rough time, how he's a fucked up person. His words, not mine. And those were his excuses while apologizing. Is basically him just trying to validate validate what he did. Like, oh, I had a reason for doing this. He was trying to feel like he had a valid reason for it. And let's be real, there was no valid reason for treating Charlie like trash. Your frustrations, your struggles do not justify do not justify treating someone else like trash. And I feel like it's an understatement saying that Ben treated Charlie like trash. It was a purely toxic and abusive relationship. So, getting into the reason why I couldn't I couldn't take this apology seriously is, one, this whole apology revolved around what Ben was feeling, why Ben did this, or how Ben was frustrated, how Ben was fucked up, how this and that and this and that, me. Keyword being me. Ben's entire apology was about himself. No a single part that was about Charlie. It was just all about himself, how he was feeling, and all that crap. And what hell of an apology is that? Like, tell me, what kind of apology is that? That was no apology. So that is reason why I couldn't feel crap for this apology. Why I couldn't take it seriously. Nothing. So, the second reason why I couldn't take this apology seriously was because prior to this, and this is something that I go back to a lot, and for a reason, it's so frustrating and it's so irritating. So basically, prior to this whole apology, the entirety of season 2, Ben spent making Nick miserable. So let me explain this. Spoiler alert, in case you didn't watch. Nick was seated next to Ben for the entirety of the study classes for the end of the year, studying for the exams. And Ben used this opportunity to be the bitch he is and torment Nick, saying stuff like, does Charlie know that you don't want to come out? If you want to keep it a secret, you shouldn't act so gay for him, and etc. I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. The entire season, he spent his time making Nick miserable, making nasty comments, so that he could feel better. At some point, so it just makes me feel like all this development that he's supposed to have kind of just got destroyed by all the bullshit that he was doing the entire season. He's supposed to, like, what they were trying to, like, paint him as supposedly understanding that he messed up and generally feeling bad and wanting to make it up to Charlie, but like that kind of but that failed because the entire time that he's supposed to be understanding, growing and developing, being better, he's just taking all those steps back and pretty much being a homophobic ass, bullying Nick and all that. Which where the hell is the development? What if you understood that you were wrong in everything that you did? How are you here doing this? I really don't get it. I don't. At some point, which is another reason why I can't with Ben. He told Nick that he asked Nick, "What if I told you I wanted him back?" I was like, "Bro, what? Were you expecting Nick to be like, okay, if you want him back, you could have him?" Like he's talking about Charlie like he's some kind of object that he can just take back. That he can just throw it whenever he wants and whenever he feels like it, take it out of the trash and put it back. Like, no, no, no. Charlie is not just some thing you can use, Ben. Excuse you. What the fuck is this? I was like, what the fuck? No, I could not with that. And that, it's like, dude, Ben is supposed to be developed and have supposed to have growth, but all that growth is kind of like erased by all this bullshit that he does entire season. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who thinks this, but I'm sorry, you cannot call yourself a. You can't say that you have experienced some growth when you're over here still doing the same crap. So to summarize my points, I don't think that Ben's character is developed like at all. I really don't. I feel like they tried to show him as changed and understanding that he was wrong, but they really failed at doing so because nothing changed. He was still acting the same way he was acting in season one. He was making life harder for Nick. He wouldn't leave Charlie alone. His whole apologies about how he was feeling, and he didn't stop once to think about Charlie's feelings and everything. Charlie literally had to say to his face, "I was feeling this and this and this," because in his entire apology, not once did he mention Charlie's feelings. Nothing. It was just him, all about him. And I have to say that I like that Charlie said to his face everything that he was feeling. Like he made him feel like he made him feel like crap. That now he feels like he's worthless because of him. Because those are all things Ben needed to hear. And hopefully that makes him understand that he is a piece of crap and that for once he should have stopped thinking about himself and thinking about everything that he put Charlie through. Because that is the only way he's going to get any growth. When he stops being so much about himself and puts himself in Charlie's shoes. However, I do know that they say that his character doesn't get better in the books, but since the series is now officially said by the actual creator, a separate thing from the books, I don't know. But the people did say that Ben wasn't gonna come back, so I'm assuming this is all we're gonna get from him, which I feel like is disappointing. I feel like they could do a lot more with his character, either make him worse or make him better. I don't know, but I don't feel like Ben's character needed to go. I don't feel like we got enough. We barely got anything from him. So, guys, this is the end of the video. These were my honest thoughts about Ben's character on Heartstopper, and I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and again, comment on below other movie series or characters you'd like me to dive into. Thank you.